Hello everybody, and welcome back to the archive. I am very much out of frame. Shit, I checked this beforehand, and apparently, between the 5 seconds I disabled it, I'm still slightly too far out of frame. Fuck, come on. Good enough. Welcome back. We are playing Final Fantasy XIV today, as promised. I don't know how long we're going to play tonight, because we have a checklist of things that I plan on doing before we officially start Stormblood. First off, finishing the Alexander Raid series. That is primary goal number 1. Essentially, we are going to be doing that primarily. We started it last stream, and we're going to continue doing that this stream, and we'll see how far we get. Second goal, Heavensward Alliance raids. That is goal number 2. I don't think we're going to get through that tonight, likely, in all likelihood. Given we don't exactly play and stream at peak times, it'll probably take me at least 10 minutes per queue on the Alexander series. And if it's anything like the Coils of Bahamut for Realm Reborn, there are like probably 12 of them. So we're talking like an hour and a half of just waiting for queues. But that brings us in to thing number 3 that we're doing. And that's Black Mage job quests as far as we can get them. And prepping whatever class we're going to play next. I haven't decided what class we're going to play. I've got it narrowed down to physical DP. I've got it narrowed down to DPS. Because I'm not ready to jump into an expansion and play high-level content in tank or healer yet. I really still got to learn those 2 roles. I'm pretty sure I'm going to end up either playing Red Mage or Dancer, and I'm not really sure which yet. With Dancer, obviously, we're already level 60. We don't need to worry about leveling up. But Red Mage, I would have to grind out 10 levels and do the job quests from level 50 to 60. So we'll see how that plays out. But regardless, let's go ahead and get into it. Let's go and get into it so we can start Alexander. I don't know how long our queues are going to look at, but we can do the Black Mage 60 to 70 quest line in the interim, sort of do that in the downtime between raids, but we'll see. Essentially, the way I'm thinking this is probably going to work, mainly because Crystal Tower was so long and Coil of Bahamut took us a while, is we're going to split it stream to stream to stream. So this stream will likely be doing all of Alexander if we can. Next stream will likely be all of the Alliance raid if we can. I don't know how long it is and how long the entire quest line takes. And then stream 4 will be job quest, finishing up and probably starting Stormblood. Assuming that it takes longer than I expect, which I expect all 3 of these things to take quite some time. Not return. We want to teleport over to Idleshire so we can continue our Alexander set, because I think we were in the middle of a quest. I don't think we were ready for Raid 2. Although I guess I could be wrong. I do not remember where we left off last time. I guess I'll have to get and figure it out. I probably should have looked at my the quest log before I started streaming, but it's fine. If I have to pick up a quest, if we just start in immediately with a queue, that's also fine. Yep, I think we gotta go pick it up. Okay. Any day now. My god. I loaded in all the... I logged in earlier and was playing a little bit on my own time before, you know, I hit the live button, hoping that maybe it would lower load times, but apparently my efforts were in vain. I don't know why I thought that would matter. Clearly it doesn't. Holy shit. Lag up ass. Ready to have another go at finding the giant's core? Wedge, could you... Oi, Wedge, stop listening to the bloody link perp. We barged through the Illuminati's front door. They know we've broken their code. But I've just this moment intercepted a new communication. If you give me a moment to... There. It says... Oh. Death to Uplanders. Death to Uplanders. I think we may have started a war. Oh, we just... That's the quest dialogue, huh? That was all that the dialogue was? I mean, don't get me wrong. I appreciate the simplicity, given the fact that, you know, I don't have to read as much, but... What's our item level? Oh, yeah, we are good. We are very good. And now, while we wait... we can do job quests. Start on checklist, the final part of our checklist, before, Stormblood begins. Pretty sure I'm playing a different class. Unless I just decide, fuck it, and continue to play Black Mage until I level it up to level 100 and have no reason to play it anymore. We'll see. Miners Guild. This one's a pretty big deal, though. This level 60 to 70 is kind of a big deal, because that gets me Polyglot. Wow! If I knew the queue was gonna pop that quickly, I would not have fast traveled. Because now I have to fast travel back in order to start the next series. If the game would load in time to let me accept this queue. It's fine. When we finish this, we'll just pick up the quest, and then we'll teleport back and pick up... You know, that also works. We take that. Because that means we could just go pick this up now. Fucking somebody wasn't paying attention to the fact that they hit the Q button. Come on, man. Save us all the time and just pay attention. Ah, I'm glad that you are here. I would consult with you about a matter that has been gnawing away at my mind. Thanks in no small part to your efforts, the books of Naldthal have at long last been reunited in these halls, their long-lost secrets just waiting to be unearthed. Though I have scarcely begun poring over the tomes, I have already made a most remarkable discovery. Each of the twin tomes contain a cipher of sorts, meaning of which could only be deciphered when the two are referenced in tandem. I will spare you the details on how I unraveled the message, though it was truly among my finer moments, if I dare so say myself. At any rate, the words, once decoded, are most evidently an incantation, albeit one entirely unfamiliar to me. Beneath it was writ a simple directive. Heir to the dark arts, speak these words unto Nald's reflection, that memories long forgotten may stir anew. As to what precisely these words are referencing, your guess is as good as mine. Still, Master Chuchuruga doubtless preserved the incantation and the accompanying messages in his records for a reason, and if we are not the heirs to the art of black magic, then who is? So I trust I can expect you to see. So I trust I can expect you you at Nald's reflection. There we go, got it out. Third time's the charm. And do try to hurry, yes? I would prefer not to delay any potentially epic-making discoveries any longer than necessary. Certainly. I'm sure this could only go well. I don't even know why I have the spear scroll still in my hotbar, because I actually finished that step off stream shortly after the end of last stream. I just bought the remaining materia and finished it that way. We're on to the light step, which is just going to take a while. Fuck! God damn it. You know, this wouldn't be a problem if that guy had just, you know, fucking accepted the queue while we were in it. We were just waiting on one guy, and now we have to find an entirely new guy. And I can't fucking do this quest while we're waiting for that. And I don't know what else to do, because the only other thing that I have been prioritizing in game right now is leveling classes, which is done primarily with the queue. Or, well, also unsynced dungeon runs for farming light for my relic weapon, which is also done with the queue system. So, I am stuck. We get to wait. Woo! Love that. Yep. All of this pain, purely because somebody just couldn't hit that damn commence button. Granted, I wasn't expecting the queue to pop at 2 minutes, and P probably wasn't either, but, you know, at least I was sitting here ready for it. Well, as long as it's not as long as the final set of dungeons in A Realm Reborn took me. Those were like 20-minute queues a piece, and I did them all in one night. So literally it was like one sequence of waiting 20 minutes after another. I'm really not good at filling dead air. Like, when I'm talking over something, I can fill the silence pretty well. If there are things happening, but there's nothing happening. Like, I can't even... Like, I don't even know what else I could do, really. Yeah, because most of the leveling I would be doing would be Duty Finder. And most job quests are probably going to have instance duties. I can't even pick up and start another relic weapon. Not that I would ever want to, because god damn it. Oh, the book step is so horrible, but, you know, that would be a way to kill time. But I don't have any other base Realm Reborn jobs up to level 50 yet. I guess I technically get some light for doing fates. So we'll do fates. I just want to make it very clear that I don't feel good about farming fates in the interim. After farming so many of these fucking things doing book step. And don't even get me started on fucking gemstone step. Finding all those fucking gemstones in the areas before book step. That was also very painful. Yeah, Feeble Light, give me all that 4 points that it's worth out of the 2,000 I need. I mean, I could do daily hunts, actually. Yeah, I could do billboard hunts. That could work. For all of the 5 minutes it's going to take me to complete them, but still, you know, I guess it's better than nothing. You know, this is one of those games where I wish that my stream schedule was, like, allowed me to play earlier in the day, so I wouldn't have to, wait as long for queues. Or, you know, if I primarily started as a tank or a healer would be nice. I gotta start learning those knobs, if for no other reason than to make the waiting on stream more feasible. What happened to the entire rest of the party that was trying to queue for this? Like, we had fucking 6 other people. What happened to them? Why can't I? Oh, that's why. Yeah, let's go to fucking... Let's go to Foundation and pick up our hunt marks for the day. Actually, hold on. That's not it. The guy I'm looking for the... towards the firmament. I think that's the quest I'm looking at for, Alliance raids, so we can pick this up. Firmament reconstruction progress. Let it be known that large-scale reconstruction works aimed at revitalizing the Holy See of Ishgard have been approved by the Houses of Lords and Commons. Selected as the principal site for the project is the Firmament District, which sustained extensive damage during the war. Nope, this is land in hand. I think. Because I'm pretty sure this is a hard dungeon. That's just a hard difficulty dungeon. One day this queue will pop. It's Sky Pirates. That's the quest I'm looking for. Ow. Oh my god, we got another DPS. Okay. Great. Still waiting for 6 more. Ah, you have the look of a lass who's seen her fair share of trouble. Mayhap you'd be willing to help me with mine. I need a capable sort to head into the sea of clouds and track down my missing airship. I had to mortgage my soul to get that vessel built, so winning the contract to ferry supplies out to Cloudtop was a real weight off my mind. But it seems my luck ended there. My ship was due back in Ishgard bells ago, and I've been praying for a glimpse of her sails ever since. I can't help fearing the worst. What if she's run afoul with sky pirates? My creditors will have their ponds of flesh. You think me foolish to fear piracy so far above the waves? Well, let me tell you, that's no honest merchant is safe now that airship production has, if you will excuse the pun, taken off. Any scoundrel with a sack of coin and vague sense of direction can terrorize the skies. Oh yes, this new breed of buccaneers like to paint themselves as dashing explorers braving the unknown, but the truth of their nature is right there in the name. Sky pirates. Given half a chance to strip your ship of every last scrap of cargo and cry yar as they launch you screaming over the rails. I've heard the stories. Please, you must make haste to Camp Cloudtop. That's where my shipment was bound, and inquire as to the fate of my poor ship. Oh, and my poor helmsman, Tremont. He'll know if any man does. Yeah, sure, whatever. I've got more important things to do, but those important things are kind of dictated by this fucking ever-increasing timer. So, I have as much free time as it takes. There we go, finally. Now all we need to do is have everybody actually accept the queue. Thank God, finally. Honestly, at that rate, I might as well have just gone in unsynced and done it that way. Probably could take it, given we're so over-leveled. I forgot how quickly ads die when you've got fucking 8 people fighting them. Oh, we're just skipping them? Or we're just moving on, huh? Oh, we're just kind of ignoring those guys, huh? My favorite thing is we queued for almost 17 minutes, and this is going to take less than 5. And we're going to have to repeat this process, like, 10 more times. They're already taking care of the enemies without me. But at least we got fucking tunes to bop to. Okay, this is more like it. I was just about to say, what is this, basically an ad battle? I don't want to be anywhere near that fucking bomb. It just keeps coming back. I don't know what to do about the bomb. Whoa, 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 what the... It just keeps coming right at me. I honestly have little idea of what is actually happening in this battle. I'm just kind of hitting my spells, and that's about it. Like, I'm sure the bomb mechanic is something, but it looks like it's one of the tanks and one of the healers' jobs to do that. Easy. Oh, fuck. Bye, I guess? Oh, and of course, everybody leaves before I can do any commendations. I didn't even get a commend. That's sad. To be fair, I probably didn't deserve it, but, Uplander is amazing. Uplander is stronger than 10 gobbies. Ah, there you are, old friend. I was beginning to wonder if I'd ever find you. Biggs's account left something to be desired, so I thought it best to see the interior with my own eyes. A treasure hunter through and through. Tell me, what exactly do you hope to find here? Ever heard of the Enigma Codex? It's a book of ideas written some 100 years past. The life's work of one of the greatest technologists ever to draw breath. Within its pages are found myriad wonders, from designs from machina that could operate ceaselessly for centuries, to novel ways of culturing cheese. Even a fragment of the book could bring a king's ransom. But most remarkable of all are the plans for a walking citadel. It was to be a beacon of logic and reason for all the world. A walking citadel? Seven hells, we're standing in it, aren't we? The Illuminati's primal took its form from that idea. But I sense that none of this is news to you. You've read it then? This Enigma Codex? The design catered for every needful thing, from warm beds to crops of grain. Its occupants would never have to leave, and all in a fortress on feet, impenetrable and ready to move at a moment's notice. The citadel was meant to bear the most brilliant scholars and artificers of all of the age to all four corners of the world, that they might set about unraveling the mysteries of creation. And this utopia, this shining seat of erudition, was to be called Alexander. Yeah, that thing we're standing in. If Round Rocks lived in Walking Castle, Round Rocks could collect treasure from everywhere. Indeed you could, little one. And anything you found, be it junk, forgotten teachings, or lost secrets, would be yours for the taking. And what exactly would the Illuminati do with all this knowledge? They would use it to take control, most likely. Create a world ruled by a few chosen scholars. Unless I'm mistaken, that's why the Illuminati exist. I like that the Illuminati in this fucking game are just goblins. They're just fucking goblins. That's it. They're just fucking hilarious. Bloody fanatics. Take a perfectly good idea and make it into an object of faith. What could possibly go wrong? I can well imagine how people who have spent decades carrying their homes on their backs might crave a home they could carry them. How such a place could seem like a utopia. But we're not talking about a machine here, we're talking about a primal. And primals will be the death of us all. I trust you'll be ready when things come to a head. Utopia is happy place? Where there is junk aplenty, Round Rocks is happy. Where is very happy place of however the fuck I pronounce your name? Mead? Mide? Wherever he is. Well, are we ready for our next 15-minute queue? 'Cause I am. Not. This Enigma Codex sounds amazing. A walking citadel's one thing, but a self-sustaining walking citadel? Genius. It's just the pity the Illuminati had to go and make a bleeding primal out of it. From what I understand, this Alexander was active for no more than a few seconds. That's seconds. And it nigh drained the hinterlands of ether. Imagine what it would do if it wandered the whole bleeding world. I don't think Round Rocks realizes how much danger we're in here. Too busy hunting for new treasures. Probably for the best, though, huh? We've got ourselves a problem. Don't worry, the chief has a plan. Speaking of whom, Chief, over here. Sid, it's been all of 5 seconds. All present and correct, I see. Good. Something has been nagging at me for a while, and I finally realized what it is. It concerns the communications wedge intercepted. So we know that the Illuminati have managed to establish a base inside the Colossus, meaning they must have also found a way to pierce the magic barrier. Assuming that's the case, what need have they to use the only hatch which the barrier doesn't protect? And why go through the trouble of sending coded messages on how to unlock it? The answer? Spies. I believe the Illuminati have an agent outside the Colossus, most likely in Idleshire itself, who's using the hatch as a back door. Now, this agent will know we've broken their code and that the hatch is constantly watched, so he won't have been able to use it for some time. As such, he'll doubtless be desperate to re-establish contact with the inside. And that's why I've cleared an area around the Giant's Hand. All we need to do now is watch and wait, and follow whoever makes a dash for the hatch. Chief! Link Pro call from Red Bricks. He says Brayflox went inside. But she can't be. No, it must be an impersonator. Chief, whomever you met earlier was a spy. Quick, you've got to go after her. How convenient it just so happens to occur right after we learn that piece of information. It's 15-minute queue time, baby. Arm of the Father. All right, let's go back to Camp Cloudtop. The lucky thing is, when I complete these, when I get out of the dungeon, it seems to just drop me back into this area to start the next one, which is nice. Especially since that fucking location doesn't have fast travel, so I've got to fast travel to Idleshire, walk out of that area, watch a loading screen to get back in. Thank God. A supply airship has gone missing, you say? Well, that would certainly explain why our provisions are so late in arriving. I did, in fact, spy a vessel charting an erratic course northwards a short while ago, but it seemed disinclined to make port here. I paid it little mind. Not the most compelling piece of evidence, I grant you, but I have witnessed naught else of interest. I suggest you investigate the landmass to the north. Rest assured, I will send word if I spy any other signs of our errant supply ship. It's a damn good thing I fucking learned how to fly in this area, because otherwise I would have to go all the way around. Aid, I say. These villains mean to plunder my cargo. What have we got here, then? Think you're some sort of hero, do you? Just a couple axe-wielding idiots. Well, then, you won't mind if me mates here join the fun. Make for a more heroical tale, won't it? The tale of how 3 sky pirates fed a meddling little shite her own bloody eyes. Wow, that's a little aggressive there, buddy. What the? Oh, gods, I know that ship. It's a mana cutter. Okay. Who the fuck are you? What? How the fuck did you get a mana cutter? We don't just give those away, you know. So you're the Scrags would have been dragging out our good name through the mud. You're Red Bill Leofard. We ain't done naught to you or yours. What do you want with us? I think I've made me position pretty clear. You take on the mantle of Sky Pirate. You agree to a certain code of conduct, and codes ain't worth much if folk go around breaking them. Frankly, lads, you're making us look bad, and we can't have that. No hard feelings, though, eh? And those guys are dead. Wow. You just murdered those three in, not really cold blood, but, sort of like, lukewarm blood. I don't know what the fuck that's supposed to mean, but, how many times do I have to say I don't think of the words that come out of my mouth before I actually say them? Oh, thank you, Master Leofard. Thank you. I'm certain my master will wish to repay you. If your employer does business in Ishgard, he likely knows a merchant or two what trades with me associates. Tell him to say it's for Leofard, and any reward should reach me soon enough. As for you, adventurer, tain't often I see someone beats me to the scene. But then I'd expect less from a hero such as yourself, warrior of light. That is who you are, ain't it? I don't know too many other lasses with one of them marvelous mana cutters the Ironworks dreamed up. Well then, it seems you've saved me the trouble of tracking you down. I'd been hoping to have a word with you see. I'll put it to you straight. Fuck! This always happens when I'm in the middle of watching a cutscene, is the cues pop in the middle of it. I'll be back, Leofard. I've got to do this right now. Sorry, buddy. We'll get back to your dialogue in a second. This cue is time sensitive. You are not. Although if one more fucking person doesn't hit the commence button in time, I might be completing your dialogue. Never mind. I just can't fucking win tonight. The Arm of the Father. I'm just going to trust that these guys know where they're going. Yep, certainly does look like they know where they're going. The fuck are you? Nope. Shit. Oh, fuck. Yeah. I don't know why I'm on that side. I just gotta stay close to him, apparently. Negative charge? Okay, I didn't know what half of those mechanics meant, but we got through and didn't die. Definitely a drop down difficulty wise from Ultimate Coils. 100% a difficulty down. Okay. Gabi found it. Good. Knowings of missing piece are with Illuminati. Gabi did well indeed. This is how you treat those who please you. Now is realm in chaos, broken, machine with too many parts, but Illuminati plan needs one thing, missing piece to bring world order, give world harmony, make world perfect. And what are those who don't fit your vision of perfection? How many must die to pay for your utopia? Don't you see? You summoned a God's-damned primal. It'll devour the aether of every land you visit until Heidelin and everything on it is dead. Inside fortress of Illuminati, chosen will live on. If inferior on outside die for progress, so be it. This is cost of seeking for knowings. Hells take you in your damned seeking. Wise uplanders find happiness in Illuminati rule. Unwise uplanders, utopia does not need. Could just cast Flare on his ass, like, right now. I don't know, really, if he'd survive that. So it's obey or die, then? Pah, the whole concept is grotesque. No, Sid. Like the rest of the ideas set out in the Enigma Codex, Alexander is wonderful in itself. Perfect, even. But in the rush to realize its ideas, even the best of us can be led astray. Oh, so once upon a time these Illuminati were starry-eyed philanthropists, is that it? And it was only after they got their hands on your perfect bloody codex that they turned into vicious killers. Tell me, was there any passage in particular that convinced them to abandon their last shred of empathy? I cannot speak for the precise context of the codex. Not anymore. But I haven't forgotten everything I read. I think I can stop the core if you can get me close enough. You think you can, or know you can? And what of its location? It's somewhere in the trunk. How close we are to that I cannot say. Round rocks can say. 2 paces of round rocks are 1 yalm. So, by count of round rocks, chest of whirlycog giant is only a little further. Ha! Clever girl. You've been measuring how far we've come from the start. Alright, I suppose we withdraw for the time being. I don't know what'll happen when we breach the core, but I do know that we'll be better equipped to deal with it if we're well rested and ready for anything. All should be well enough. Were you gonna spit me back out? Thank you! No one should have the power to choose who lives and who dies. The idea is too vile, too insidious to be left unchallenged. We have to act, and if we don't, Alexander will awaken and the Illuminati will be unstoppable. Make no mistake, it's now or never. Well, by now you mean like 5 to 15 minutes from now when this queue goes in, huh? I think I have the knowledge required to shut down the Giant's core, but if I'm to reach it, I'll need you to lend me your strength. Well, really, the Illuminati's latest message is... well, let's just say it's unsuitable for polite company. I should be much obliged if you'd teach those privy-mouthed savages some manners. Burden of the Father. Okay, I wouldn't have had to walk all the way around because there's a teleport here. But, you know, there's still the point of I'd have to walk pretty far. Okay, actually it might have been... This might have just been faster. Never mind. And given my luck, we're going to get into this cutscene again. We're going to skip through all of the dialogue up until the point we left, and then it's going to immediately pop, and we're going to have to do it all over again. Just like when I tried to pick up Dancer that one time on stream, and I tried to watch the cutscene like 6 times while waiting for dungeon queues, and it just kept happening over and over again. The problem is I can't skip it, because I don't know how much dialogue is left. I could just watch the events and then skip through the dialogue as quickly as humanly possible. Just keep going. Just don't pop. I'm not going to be in this cutscene for very long. Just do not, for the love of God, make me watch all these scenes again. I will skip it next time. Okay, I'll put it to you straight. I need someone to help out with a little venture I have in mind. Someone used to taking a few risks. Now, this wouldn't be no black-hearted brigand's work, so don't go worrying yourself on that account. Unlike them thieving curs just now, I don't hold with robbing honest folk. For me, you see, the Sky Pirate's life is all about freedom. The freedom to go where you will, to find out what lies beyond the next cloud. If you're interested in joining us on an adventure worthy of the name, then look for me standard in the northern reaches of the Blue Window. Someone will be waiting there to greet you. That's all that was left in that cutscene? Are you fucking kidding me? I fucking came all the way back here for that? And to watch him fly the fuck off? Fuck, I should have just read through all of the dialogue and done the queue at the last possible second. Are you fucking kidding me? It's fine. It's fine. No, there's actually a way to get up there from all the way down there, huh? Am I going up or down? I'm going up. It's up here. That's far enough, stranger. If you value your life, tell me true. Did you stumble across this marker by chance, or are you here by invitation? Yeah. Then that would make you the hero the captain said to watch out for. Well met. Name's Stacia. Leofard would call me his right-hand woman, but I feel more like his bloody nursemaid, God's truth be told. Anyway, my thanks to you for coming to hear him out. If you'd follow me, I'll take you to the Red Bill's nest. How the fuck? Nice place you got here. It's like a place I can, like, actually wander around, or is this just cutscene? Not that there would really be all that much to wander around, truth be told. Also, you know that now we're in a second cutscene. We're definitely going to get that cue to pop in here and waste all of my fucking time. I come to you in person, and you still refuse my offer. Arrogant fool. On the subject of arrogance, Radlia, I bow to your superior knowledge, but that's all the bowing you'll get from me. As I've told you a dozen times before, I ain't no one's lackey. But my dear Leofard, how else do you propose to survive an expedition into the ghost ship? I would fear for my life with naught but your feeble crewmates at my back. While I'd fear for me life with your mangy crew at my back on account of being murderous, untrustworthy bastards to a man. That is quite the face you just made, lady. I thought you were cleverer than this, Red Bill. But no matter. I always get what I want in the end. 'Tis merely a question of method. So, now there's a face I've not seen before. You don't have the look of one of Leobard's little birds. She's a guest. You understand the concept, don't you? You know, when someone else is invited, instead of just bursting through the door whenever she's damn well pleases. That was Radlia, captain of the Talons. She knows Leofard's the best sky pirate alive, and the fact that he won't join her sticks in her craw. Can this cutscene just be a little shorter so this cue won't pop in the middle of it? Are you gonna let them talk to you like that, Captain? We should teach them Red Bill some respect. Patience. When all of this is over, we shall see who rules the skies. That's a lot of gil. Who there, hero? I promised you high adventure, and high adventure you shall have, for we plan to board the Sea of Cloud's very own ghost ship. Or what folk have taken to calling one, anyway. Every day for the past few weeks has brought it within a new sighting of the selfsame vessel. Massive airship of queer design adrift on the wind. Being a curious lot, were a few buccaneers who tried exploring the below decks, but not one of them's been seen since. And so naturally, they're saying the ship is cursed. Well, haunted. Like I said, an honest-to-God's ghost ship. My guess is she's another relic left behind by the Allegans, but we won't know for sure until we've had ourselves a good poke around inside, and liberated whatever ancient treasure she got moldering away in her hold, of course. But before we start dividing up the spoils, we need to find the damn thing, which is why we've been working on a special new device. Pah! Finding her will be the easy part. What we can't do without is a veteran explorer who ain't afraid to fling herself face to first into the jaws of danger. Now, I know you're a gallant champion of the people and all, but strip away the fame and the glory, and I'll wager you're still an adventurer at heart. So, what do you say? Fancy a plunge into the unknown at the side of the Red Bills? Yeah, fuck it. I mean, but you're rich. I'm sure that I could make a lot of money this way. Fuck! And it's settled. Let's pay a visit to our crewmate, Utata. She's been working on a way to track the vessel. Please tell me this is the end of this cutscene. Please tell me this is the end of this cutscene. If it's not, I'm gonna have to commence and we're gonna have to watch the whole fucking thing over again. Oh, thank God. Now I just need to load in fast enough to actually accept this queue. Please, game, for the love of God, load in fast enough. Whew, 4 seconds. 4 seconds. Had the game loaded slightly slower, I would have been fucked. I don't think I'm gaining any stacks or anything from that I need to be worried about. No, I'm not. Thank God. Oh, I see how this is going to work. Alright, what's next? I feel bad that I essentially wasted my mana font, but that's okay, I guess. Not the end of the world. Sins of the Father. Gordius complete, which I think marks 1/3 of the way through this entire series. The Gordian Knot. We're here, and none the worse for wear. So if you need another pair of hands, just say the word. So, this is the heart of the machine, huh? I knew I should have brought a bigger hammer. Not that I'll be needing it, of course. Isn't that right, Mide? Or Mead? Or Mida? Or however the fuck you pronounce your fucking name. Just gonna... I really thought it was gonna explode. Look! Great are our knowings in brain cases of unwise that quick thinks believed. Perhaps quick thinks judged too quickly. Perhaps Illuminati should study uplanders. It is before eyes of Gabi? Good. Do not fail. Illuminati have no use for failing Gabis. End of Gabi's long wanderings is close. Something isn't right. Something isn't right at all. The way Quick Think spoke, you'd think he'd have won. He didn't seem too bothered, that's for sure. Do you think he might have had planned for us stopping Alexander's core? What was it the chief said again? About the Illuminati finding what they needed to complete their plan? Something along the lines of a missing piece, I thought. I really love that due to the lighting updates that the umbral, like the eye thing, like the umbral rings in Aura Eyes glow like that. It's really good in some lightings. And what if Quick thinks Honor Guard? The two dolts who are ever at his side, why aren't they here? The Illuminati must surely have known we were coming. What could be more important than protecting their leader? Yeah, I could have totally just flared his ass, or obliterated him. You don't think he sent them to Idleshire, do you? While our backs were turned, like... That would be... Come on! Yeah, I can't say I'm necessarily surprised. Give me a quick second to tab out. Okay. It's just a quick thing on my end I wanted to make sure was working. Giant loses power. Uplanders succeed. Never mind that, man. Did the Illuminati come? Is Idleshire safe? How does Uplander know? Yes, many Illuminati come to take stuff of Gobbyflock. Great was chaos. But suddenly, Illuminati go and take only junk not worth jingly shine. They came barging in, ready to start a war, and then scarpered with a handful of bleeding junk. Hold on a minute. Where were they last seen? Red Bricks thinks near the shortstop. Round Rocks, come on! I'll go and find the chief. He'll know what to do. Uplanders are gone. Too long for comfort of Red Bricks. Shortstop is place of clashings with Illuminati. Illuminati are up to no good, maybe using confusion to do foul things. Uplander must go and see, make sure all is well. Is everything still as we found it? They haven't come back, have they? No, they're gone for now, and everyone seems to be fine. Physically, at least. But Round Rocks. Gone. Oh, gone. Poor thing. The Illuminati took everything. I'm just glad she was off collecting trinkets with Backricks when they came. I daren't think what might have happened had she been here. Come, come, little one, dry your tears. What the hell? One thief, unconscious. We found him lurking near the edge of town, not far from your treasure, Round Rocks. Uplander brings treasures home. Thanks to Uplander. Many, many thanks. It was all Biggs, little one. He had a feeling a few soldiers might be lurking around waiting to ambush us, and this is what we stumbled onto when we went to look. But why did the Illuminati take Roundrox's collection in the first place? Surely that can't have been their goal. I wouldn't be so sure. If were I to guess, I'd say that the Illuminati believed something they wanted was hidden amongst Roundrox's pile of trinkets. Rather than waste time sorting through them, they decided to take the lot. But when they subsequently realized that they didn't have what they were looking for, they crept back into town to wait for a chance to seize whatever it was they actually wanted. What if bad guppies want most favorite treasure of Roundrox? One that is safe with uplanders? You mean the glowstone that she borrowed? But of course, it's been sitting in the decoding machine all along. Yes, Roundrox would be sad without pretty glowstone. It is special treasure from near old castle, rusty one that was left by uplanders from before. Wait, what do you mean before? Roundrox, were you near the Charlayan ruins when the metal giant first appeared? Yes, Roundrox saw big whirly-cog giant stand 3 years ago, but was only for a little bit, and big gobbies do not believe Roundrox. 3 years ago, when someone tried and failed to summon the primal. A fragment of the Codex, of all the places in the realm. Only a fragment of the original. So that crystal must be the Illuminati's missing piece. Just had that the entire time, huh? Would have been a little nice to know. You know, that's the thing they're looking for, and we're looking for by technicality. We may have stopped their primal and taken their prize, but our foes are not about to admit defeat. They'll be back and out for blood like as not. But we've got you, and I'm sure you'll be ready for the onslaught when it comes. Might I suggest you make merry till then? Nah, no rest for the wicked. Roundrox is happy. Many friends worry. Think of Roundrox. Uplander is one. Roundrox thanks kind Uplander. Let me chime in as well. Roundrox's home needed protection, and you provided it. Not many would do that, and certainly not in the face of a primal. You have my thanks also. Mine helped Roundrox too. Uplanders have good hearts and kind. Only so many of us find Machina pretty, my dear. We have to stick together, don't we? Did Mida always like whirly-cogs and bitty-bobs? Not like you, Roundrox. My love, he adored the things. Inventing, building, and tinkering with them. Mida always touches Hurtmark when remembering. Do I? Well, I suppose I do. Those times are something else, little one. My friends and I, we were lost in our dream. We thought to put back the pieces of the broken world with logic, reason, and technology, and we were certain we could do it, too. I hadn't much skill with thinking up things or making them, but I helped in my small way, and that feeling of aiding in someone else's dream, sharing it, washes over you like a wave of happiness. I've never felt that way since. Now it all seems so far away. Even the memories feel like I dreamed them, rather than lived them. Well, enough of that. Roundrox is right, adventurer. You're a kindly soul. Keep an eye on our girl till when next we meet, will you? Screws. Got some fucking bolts and screws and shit. Got all these items in my inventory that I don't know what they do. Like, look at all this shit. What am I gonna do with this? Roundrox thinks long and hard on what to do with precious glowstone. It is my most favored treasure of Roundrox, but glowstone is also what Midas seeks all this time, and has already brought Roundrox 3 whole years of joy. So Roundrox decides to give it to Midas so she can be happy too. For now, Roundrox entrusts treasure to Uplander to give to Mida at next meeting. Even meanest Gobbiest dare not try to take glowstone from mighty Uplander. Yeah, sure. You totally won't lose that the first opportunity we get. Definitely not. Roundrox does not know where Mida is now, but she often gazes out at giant of whirlycogs from Broken Watercross. Maybe Uplander finds her there. From afar, that mass of steel has a certain majesty, does it not? But something tells me you didn't come here to share this view. What is it? Roundrox means to give me the Codex fragment? I couldn't possibly accept. She values that stone over the rest of her treasures combined. And yet, it may be safer in the hands of one more capable defending it. Safer for all concerned. Gods know what the Illuminati will stop at nothing to get it. Very well. If she feels I should have it, I will hold it in safekeeping for her, where you will probably subsequently lose it immediately, and then then the Illuminati will almost certainly get it, and then we'll have more problems, and we'll have to go deal with those problems by going back into the giant. That's how these things kind of go. Alas, it is no more use to me than any other rock. You doubtless recall the moment when Roundrox first revealed the Codex fragment to us, yes? When she took the stone in her hands, a piece of the Enigma Codex burst forth unbidden in a brilliant flash of light. Yet it had been handled many times by others, yourself included, without ever betraying a hint of the secret contained within. Did you not find that strange? I myself was surprised, albeit for a different reason. The Codex is protected by an arcane mechanism, you see. Only those who share its fundamental principles are allowed to view its contents. It is rare indeed to find an individual with the qualities required to read it. That Roundrox possesses such qualities is an unexpected blessing, to be sure, but if the Illuminati to learn of her secret, she would be placed in grave danger. Even as we speak, they scour the hinterlands in search of their elusive missing piece. But as far as I know, they still view our friend as a mere collector of misplaced items. For her sake, we must do our utmost to draw their attention away from Big West Shortstop before they take it into their heads to return. And it is for that reason that I mean to leave this place. When the Illuminati learn that I have this fragment, it is my hope they will focus their efforts on ascertaining my whereabouts. Needless to say, I may not return to Big West Shortstop for some time. While I'm gone, I would ask that you watch over Roundrox. See that she does not come to harm. You have my thanks, adventurer. As I thought, I am no longer worthy. Oop, nope. Wedge searches for Uplander with much urgency. Uplander must return to Big West Shortstop at once. There you are, and not a moment too soon. The Illuminati are getting ready for something big. Yushola reports that Alexander has started drawing massive amounts of ether from the surrounding land, which can only mean one thing. The Illuminati have resumed their attempts to revive it. And what's more, Backrix reported that the goblins are amassing substantial quantities of explosives and supplies. By all indications, they're building another weapon. In short, it's bad. But it's nothing a bit of strategic thinking can't fix. They say he who strikes first strikes last, and that's exactly what I intend to do. I've devised a plan which should allow us to take the Illuminati unawares, and I'd like you to spearhead the assault. Our rendezvous point is to the south, on the cliffs overlooking the Thaliak. Biggs has gone ahead to scout the area. We shall await your arrival there. Good to see you. I take it Wedge told you the situation. You ready to hit the Illuminati where it hurts? That's what I like to hear. The chief will be here soon, and then we can get things underway. Bloody hells. If it ain't your Stola. No one told me you were coming. An etheric disturbance of this scale demands my personal attention. Judging by the marked fall in ambient ether concentrations, the situation is far graver than previously assumed. And you were certain that steel monstrosity is to blame. I can see no other explanation. The giant's innards are well nigh saturated with aether already. Yet I sense something else. An irregular energy coming from within the barrier. Be that as it may, I'm afraid we have more pressing concerns. The Illuminati are up to something, and we mean to hit them before they can put whatever it is they're planning into action. To which end, allow me to introduce my newest and perhaps most astounding invention, the Electrojammer 3, first of its kind. The first, but it's the third one, so it's not really the first of its kind. It's more the first of this version of its kind. Whatever. How long are we going to hold that pose? Speechless with astonishment, I see. As well you should be. The high-frequency waves emitted by this device will interfere with any and all enemy communications, making it impossible for them to coordinate with an effective defense. With it working in our favor, victory is all but assured. I see. So, assuming I have understood correctly, you need only activate this Electrojammer of yours, and the Illuminati will be plunged into disarray, affording her and her friends an ample opportunity to take them unawares. Very well, proceed. Wedge, is this supposed to happen? It looks like that was supposed to happen. Bloody hells. That's probably not great. Although it does give us a second entrance, I guess. Why is it standing up? Which? Was this also part of the plan? Oh, that's fucking intimidating. That's very bad. You've woken it up! Nay, only the left arm stirs. Could the waves emitted by your device have disturbed something within the barrier, Wedge? It's not my fault! Not to worry, Wedge. With the Illuminati hard at work at reviving the giant, 'twas only a matter of time before parts of it started springing to life. You just gave this one a little extra nudge. On a brighter note, it would seem as you've saved us the trouble of finding another way in. Old friend, it's time for your customary heroics. The Illuminati are likely still scrambling to work out what just happened. Before they do, I suggest you hop across the river and show them what for. I must needs discuss these developments with Master Matoya. Sid, would you be so good as to accompany me? Your insight may well prove useful. God, I fucking love these two. They've been great every single time they've been in this story. Another core stirs to life. The future unfolds exactly as expected. Exactly as written. Uplander feels shivery shakes. Arm of Steel Giant is wide open, and no Illuminati in sight. Fist of the Sun. Alright, back to this quest. Alright. Greetings! The name's Utata. I suppose you'd call me the Red Bill's Chief of Engineering. Smithing, carpentry, magitech. If it's part of an airship, I can fix it. Just don't expect me to see me waving a cutlass and swinging over the rails. If there's fighting to be done, well, that's what we have you for. Oh look, another cutscene, which means we're gonna totally get interrupted, probably. Well met, ladies and gentle pirates. Now that we appear to have our hero, I'm happy to report that we've overcome the last obstacle to boarding the ghost ship. Meaning your project is proceeding as planned? That's it. That it is, Captain. I knew this would be the perfect place to take readings. The scant amount of background ether make it easy to follow the derelict's trail. The ghost ship has what Utata tells us is a unique etheric signature. She's been building a device what can sniff out this particular spectral flavor and point us in the right direction. I call it the ectocompass. It allows me to collect some solid data on the vessel's movements and plot a reliable intercept course. No groping blindly through the clouds for us. All the ships are loaded and ready to fly. Just say the word, Captain. Utata, you'd best stay here, out of harm's way. Keep an eye on them aether trails, eh? Aye, Captain. Grab an armload of treasure for me. Now, we've got no way of knowing what's waiting for us in that cursed hulk. So you'd best bring along a few mates what you know you can trust. Don't hurt to be too careful, seeing as you'll be going in first and all. I did tell you you'd be going in first, didn't I? Well, you will. The rest of us will be guarding near the rear, just in case Redalia and her brood decide to stick their beaks in where they aren't wanted. Don't worry, she'll not get past us, so you can concentrate on carving a path into the ship's belly. An honest-to-God's ghost ship. This is going to be an adventure and a half. Except, I'm kind of in the middle of something else to start the Void Arc. But at least we got the preliminary quest out of the way, so we can start that the moment we finish with Alexander. Only problem is we don't know how long that's going to take because of these fucking queue times. Well, back to Foundation. I guess we're going to do our original plan of hunt marks. Woo! It's so exciting! Don't get me wrong, I like these, but I kind of want to, do the fun stuff, like the dungeons and the raids. Not so much hunt a couple creatures by going to places and killing things, But it is just a time killer, I guess, for the actual fun part. What I'll probably have to do is once we complete this next Alexander quest, instead of immediately queuing for the whatever's next, we're going to finish this instance battle so we can just continue on with the job quests. Alright. Twin Pools, Quarthus Western. We're going fighting ice commanders. Yeah, if we run out of these, well, I go. Hell yeah, let's go. I'll keep flying there just in case this queue doesn't pop. Or if this last player doesn't join queue like before. Nice. Another cutscene, huh? It's a goblin with a gun. Nope, that's just, I see. Ow. I have no idea what is happening. That's fine. It was bound to happen eventually where I wouldn't know a mechanic and I'd die. Also, our tank died. Okay, we are... Yes. Okay, so I'm not fucking alone here. Okay. I understand the bomb mechanic now. Didn't go exactly as I would have hoped, but, I mean, we didn't wipe, and that's kind of the important part, to be fair. Well done! You left those Illuminati smarting, and without so much as a scratch to show for it. Now, I'm sure you'd like to finish them off, and we would too, if truth be told, but I'm sorry to say we have a problem. While Wedge and I were out on patrol, we saw something, you see? A meeting between Maida and the enemy. And then she handed the Codex fragment over, just like that. The way she sauntered back into Alexander with the Illuminati. You'd think this was their plan all along. Certainly looks that way, aye. But we can't rule out the possibility of coercion, considering the parties involved. Oh, you're just here? Foolish uplanders. Treasure Hunter was happy to give Codex. And why not? She makes busy deals with Illuminati since very beginning. And now Illuminati hold all fragments of the Enigma Codex. Treasure Hunter betrays Uplanders' trust and forfeits their future in so doing. What a load of old bollocks. How daft does he think we are? Now, Biggs, if the Grand Master of the Illuminati said it, it must be true. Everything is as written, as it must be. If Illuminati are to guide chosen to perfect world, not one piece can be out of place. Oh, shit, I clicked off on accident. With this, another page becomes reality. When Illuminati finds missing piece, the prophecy will be fulfilled. Goodness me, that goblin hasn't the faintest idea of how Uplanders' minds work. Would have been prepared to believe that Maida was a traitor had he not bothered to come here and confirm it. I'm inclined to think she isn't. There may be truth to what QuickThink says. Backrick scours over data, looking for knowings of what happened 3 years ago. Backrix finds mentions of group of Ori treasure hunters. 3 years ago, group went to investigate ruins near Thaliak River, only to perish in sudden shivery shakes. 3 years ago, you say? That wouldn't be the earthquake that accompanied the failed summoning of that primal, would it? Bugger me. Are you saying it was the treasure hunters doing the summoning? And that Maida was one of them? Now, hold on a moment. I'm willing to accept that Maida may have been a member of this doomed expedition, she being an Ori treasure hunter and all, but I fail to see what interest such a group would have in the ideals of the Enigma Codex, let alone summoning a primal. Such was question Backrix asked himself, so he spends much time gathering knowings, and finds answer in book lent to him by Charlayan Uplander. Genius technologist who writes Enigma Codex 100 years ago is Ari Zayla with blue hair, exactly like Maida. No, Maida would never make busy deals with bad gobbies. Roundrock searches for Maida. Here's truth from her. Roundrocks, wait! If you're worried about Roundrocks, don't be. Wedge won't let her come to any harm. Truth be told, I'm more worried about this business with Maida. Still, we should be careful of making any rash decisions, and so you can bet that's what the Illuminati want. For now, I reckon we should give her the benefit of the doubt. Innocent till proven guilty and all that. And anyway, we've got more pressing matters to deal with. Namely, taking back that Codex fragment and pushing on into Alexander before the Illuminati have a chance to shore up their defenses. You ready for another round? Good. The sooner you get going, the better, I reckon. Oh, and when you're in the belly of the beast, be sure to break something for me, eh? Alright, back to my hunt. Oh wait, no, hold on. I did say that we were going to do Shades of Shatoto's instance battle first. I almost forgot, but I didn't. and that is all you need to know. When I give the sign, you are to chant the words precisely as I instructed. Understood? Now. Fancy. Big sparkle. That light. Yeah, you. Yes, you shall serve as the bringer of destruction. As for my vessel, ah yes, that one should suffice. Whatever was that strange sensation? For a moment it was as if a great fire burned within me, and then... now it's as if my very mind is being rent in two. And this voice... Well, well. It feels good to walk the earth for the first time in 2 millennia. Seems that old coot proved himself useful after all. If he hadn't kicked it, I'd find him and give him a good pat on the back. And what are you gawking at? You are Black Mage, are you not? Surely you possess the common sense to recognize the woman who stands before you, or will you be needing a hint? Some would call me Death's handmaiden, but I always found that particular epithet so needlessly morbid. Though technically speaking, I am but manifestation of a memory. You may call me by the name I used in life. Shitoto, at your service. But I jest, of course. It is you who are at mine. I must say, what is it with black mages today and these unwieldy hats? Do they truly believe it makes them look more imposing? Or are they merely compensating for something? In either event, I have no need of such adornments. Now that's more like it. Of course it was. Now that we're on a first-name basis, you'll have to tell me all about yourself. On second thought, let's skip that. Time is short, and to be quite honest, I don't particularly care. At any rate, as I might have mentioned, I am not the true Shitoto as she once lived, but rather a manifestation of her memory. My memory. Needless to say, that still makes me the most powerful sorceress currently existing in your world. You'd do well to remember that if you ever have a mind to cross me. Well then, now that we've gotten the pleasantries out of the way, what do you say we have a little fun? Prepare to be blasted into a gazillion itty-bitty pieces? Oh, come now. Must I spell everything out for you? I must know if you are sufficiently adept in the dark arts to help me forestall impending doom, and this is by far the easiest way to do so. Not to mention the most fun. Prepare for a world of pain. My staff glows brighter. Also, I'm out of focus. God damn it. I'll fix that in a moment after we deal with not dying to this fight. Oh my god, I'm kind of getting my ass handed to me here. Probably because my staff is weak. Also, the game is auto-healing me. Kind of. Okay, well, that didn't go exactly how I planned. Give me a moment. I have a better idea. Equip my level 60 staff. I'm already doing significantly more damage. This is a fucking clusterfuck. Okay. Phew. God damn. Not half bad. That painfully dull expression on your face had me worried, but I suppose you'll do after all. Do for what? Try to keep up, will you? I abhor repeating myself. Let me start at the beginning. 2,300 years ago, the greatest mage our realm has ever known, that would be me, compiled the choice of assortment of the most potent offensive incantations and evocations into the school known as Black Magic. You still seem puzzled. I also devised a spell that would allow my memory to one day return. My reasons were twofold. For one, I simply had to see for myself how the art of destruction would be handed down eras after I inevitably passed. For another, I knew that without my guidance, this realm would one day meet most certain... Oh, this won't do. I had thought the girl stronger than this, but these eyelids grow heavy and my consciousness wanes. I suppose I'll just have to take a little nap. But remember this, my puppet of destruction. You have an important role to play in the battle to come. A battle that will decide the fate of your very world. Till next I wake, shirk not your study of the art. Let's fix my focus now. Oh, didn't fix it. Whew. There we go. Where are we? It is as if I just woke up from the strangest dream. And yet my every limb aches, as if my respite were more exhausting than the fiercest of battles. Did you perchance observe anything odd happen to me? Yeah, you're being possessed by the greatest sorceress to ever live. Preposterous, or so most would say. But you have no reason to tell me falsehoods, and it would certainly explain the curious symptoms I find myself experiencing. Shatoto, the mother of our dark art, she who pursued the power of destruction to and beyond any limits that would be conceived, has her consciousness truly taken up residence in my own mind? It is of no use. I call out, but she does not answer. Whether she slumbers or simply deigns not to answer, I cannot say. I fear I am at something of a loss. Let us return to the sacrarium and clear our heads. Mayhap the answers we seek will yet reveal themselves to us. Alright, now we can do this. And while we wait for that cue, we can complete this quest and start the next one. Wonderful. Sorry, tabbed out for a second. Got a Discord notification. Really should silence those. And by notification, I mean I didn't get a sound. I just noticed that Discord had a 1 icon next to it. Obviously, Discord automatically mutes itself when OBS is open. I'm afraid it's no use. I've called out to Shatoto within my mind time and time again, but I am met only with silence. If only Master were still here, surely he could have shed some light on the matter. After all, it was he that recorded for posterity the words we used to summon forth Shatoto's memory. Wait, that's it. Master himself may not be here, but his writings may yet contain the answer to our queries. It was within the statue of Null that the memory slumber. This does not strike me as mere coincidence. I believe that settles it. I will return to the tomes and see what knowledge can be gleaned, that we might prepare ourselves for whatever task awaits us. This holds for you as well. Whatever Shitoto's motives are for returning you to us, or for motives for returning to us, I cannot shake the feeling that ill happenings are afoot. I suggest you resume your studies with the utmost of urgency. Wow, that is, there's a lot of experience. Ah. Good. For better or for worse, it would seem Shitoto is still enjoying herself a peaceful slumber. In the meantime, my study of the books of Nod Thal have proven rather enlightening. In particular, I was surprised to learn that while the statue in Nod's reflection is a relatively recent construction, in historical terms, of course, the goblet it holds in its hands is quite ancient. It would appear that it was within that vessel Mistress Shitoto's soul was sealed away. Master's records go on to state that the inner surface of the goblet is inscribed with a message in the glyphs of the ancient Mach. It reads, yes, here it is. The power and of destruction did rend the baleful star, and peace doth reign near and afar. Yet 23 centuries hence shall it come anew, and certain doom is sure to ensue. A prophecy of sorts, it would seem. It has been roughly 2,300 years since Shitoto founded black magic, which means it's entirely possible she herself left the inscription. But whatever sort of doom could the prophecy be referring to? I fear it is all rather cryptic. Oh, hey, white maid guy, been a while. Zionella? However the fuck I pronounced that before. I would like nothing more than to catch up. Oh, there we go. Never mind. Fuck you. I have better things to do, which, giant mech, in the Idleshire area, just, come into life, destroy all life, pretty bad. New World Order and all that, gotta stop that. I'm sure end of the world can wait till later. Cuff of the Sun. Oh my god, one of our healers almost died. Okay, well, my vulnerability is going away here. Swindler. Ow. I don't know what the fuck that magnet shit was, but it almost killed me. I don't know what the fuck happened there. But apparently it didn't hit all of us. Apparently it didn't only hit me. I saw the AoE and then blup. Yeah. Okay, I'll just respawn. I don't want to steal all this. Okay. Cheers, mates. I always appreciate the help. Mida, hi, welcome back. You haven't seen Round Rocks, have you? I was looking forward to hearing about the new treasure she's found. I see. Well, I will not lie to you. Some of it is true. I did meet with the Illuminati, but that is not the whole story. Allow me to explain. You're saying you handed over the Codex fragment to stop the Illuminati from coming here and taking it? Yes, but the fragment I handed over to them was not but a stone picked from a pile of rubble. The true Codex fragment is here, safe and sound. Ha! I bloody knew Quickthinks was lying. The way he told it, you'd been working with the Illuminati all along. Load of old bilge, the lot of it. I am afraid not. Quickthinks told you true. In fact, it was I who first taught the goblins how to summon the primal. I meant only to use them for my own ends. Of course, much as I did you. The author of the Enigma Codex was an ancestor of mine. The creation of the so-called perfect world proposed when it has long been a goal of a certain member of our tribe, myself included. For years we strove in secret to realize its high ideals, free of the twisted elitism which seems to have infected the Illuminati. During that time, there was one who served as our leader, a man who made us believe that our perfect world was within reach. A man with whom I fell in love. I wished for nothing more than to see his dreams come to fruition. So blind was my devotion that I agreed to help him summon a primal without a second thought. The danger to our lives never even crossed my mind. But on that day 3 years ago, I came to know the folly of our mission. In an instant, the infernal machine laid waste to our hopes, snuffing at the lives of my companions, and the man I loved was dragged into its core. In a last desperate attempt to make right our mistake, I called forth a barrier with which to seal Alexander. At that moment, however, the Codex shattered, and the Colossus vanished without a trace. When the dust settled, I found myself surrounded by the broken fragments of the Codex, the cold, accusing remnants of our dream of a perfect world. We were fools to think only of the future. I did not realize it until my friends were gone, but the time we spent on our journey together, pursuing a shared dream. Those moments were as precious as any paradise we could have hoped to build. It's a sad old tale, I'll give you that, but it doesn't explain why you had the Illuminati summon the primal, or why you had us help you infiltrate it. After everything you've been through, you can't seriously think any good will come from reviving Alexander. You all but said as much yourself. Good has nothing to do with it. Understand I did not act out of any lingering adherence to my old ideals. I simply wanted to see him again, and perhaps walk to the ends of the world with him. Him? Might cannot mean Alexander. Not Alexander itself, but the soul, I believe, still resides within. Soul of Uplander sleeps in giant machine? Never has Spackrix heard such nonsense. Mind must abandon this. Now's not the time. I've got one more question to ask you. What happens when all the codex fragments are brought together? Alexander was born from hearts that yearned for a perfect world. The writings of the Enigma Codex inspired such a desire, but they are more than just a collection of texts. The Codex can also be used to control the Primal. To be precise, 2 elements are required: a complete Enigma Codex and one capable of reading it. When both are present, Alexander can be commanded to transport its residents wherever they choose. I myself was once able to read the Codex, but those days are long gone. Now the fragments are as dead to me as the stones beneath my feet. There is another, however, to whom the Codex still responds. One we all know quite well. What, Round Rocks? You saying that little girl is the key to controlling a bleeding primal? Round Rocks. Round Rocks has been captured. Wow, I'm so surprised. Didn't see that one coming. Curse me for a fool. I should have known better than to underestimate the Illuminati. I assumed the missing piece in their plan was the Codex fragment. They were talking about Round Rocks all along. We must mount a rescue, now, without delay. To the Illuminati, she's no better than a cog in that monstrous machine. What the fuck is happening? It is like that she is being held somewhere in or close to Alexander's upper body. Continue to push through the left arm, and while the Illuminati are distracted, I will search for a way forward. The arm of the sun. Let's see if I can get through this cutscene this time. Probably not. But it doesn't cost me anything other than my return charge, so it's not a big deal. Come on, let's get through this. While I would like nothing more than to catch up on old times, I come bearing grave tidings. My friends, pray lend me your aid. Well, if it isn't our favorite Gabu-headed hero. I would have thought that the 7th hell would freeze over before you cast your lot with purveyors of destruction. What have we done to deserve the honor of your groveling? This is no time to jest, Lalai. The situation is most dire. Why, a veritable horde of crazed golems has burst forth from the Lost City and is wreaking havoc on the Twelveswood even as we speak. Whatever foul sorcery led them to abandon their orders and run rampant, we cannot say. But one thing is for certain, if we do not deal with them, and do so swiftly, there's no telling what damage they might inflict upon our forest home. That does sound like cause for concern. Very well. I suppose it would not kill us to put the matter of Shatoto aside for the moment and... Wait, no, not now. Your staff is kind of clipping through your hat there. I say, how can the girl think straight with this ungodly fool's cap weighing her down? Or perhaps she can't, and that is why. But of course, it all makes perfect sense. Oh, hello there. Did you miss me and my prodigious intellect? Of course you did. Now look, we haven't much time, so do try to keep pace. This Search of Ether? Just who or what are you? Yes, I'm sure there's so much you'd like to know, but where's that would that get us? I've already heard all I need to know through the girl's ears. We're needed in the Shroud, yes? Rampaging golems, was it? Indeed, I have tasked a whaler named Alphine with looking into the matter. With any luck, he has gleaned some knowledge which might avail us in plotting a suitable course of action. Alphine, South Shroud, yes, I believe the great Shatoto has all she needs. Well, come now, no point in standing around gulping ooze when there's work to be done, right? Right. Shatoto, I'm most grateful for your aid, do not get me wrong, but if there is anything that you and Lalai have been keeping from me, mark my words, I will hear of it in full when our task is done. I'm going the wrong way. Also, we have made tremendous progress on Alexander. This is 7 out of 12? Welcome, friends. You come seeking news of the golems, yes? Would that I had any to give. I fear not a single one of the creatures has manifested itself before mine eyes. So you say, my good man, but is it possible that you do not see the trees for the forest? Sometimes that which we seek is right before us, and we need only to attune our vision. Why, is it just me, or do I spy a number of curious stone structures peeking out from the brush? Yes, I have an inkling that our foe may be hiding in plain sight. But just how is one to distinguish living stone from more ordinary type? Why, I do believe the former would take far less kindly to being scorched with a burst of hell's fire. So, the plan is clear, yes? Let's get blasting. I guess, sure. Oh yeah, that doesn't look odd. Oh, I see. I need to cast specifically Fire 30. Come on. Bop. Okay. I've returned, Shitoto. The golems are no more. Never mind, I have not returned. I will be back in probably about 10-12 minutes. Or I will be here if this queue doesn't, if not everybody readies up for this queue. There we go. Alright, what are we doing? I guess we're spreading out. Probably should have brought a tank with us. To be fair, I did not realize this was the mechanic. I don't know if it really matters which direction I go. Yeah, I don't think it mattered. Aww. Okay, I just keep hitting it until it dies, I guess? Just keep gasting fire 4. I mean... Cast fire 1, keep my uptime. Nice. We're just gonna let him get away? He's dead. Good. At least I think he died. I mean, he exploded. I guess that doesn't necessarily mean death. He's doing pretty heavy armor, but, fingers crossed. Uplanders sends quick think scurrying. Illuminati think twice before threatening us again. Uplander is nearly through left arm. Next Uplander must push forward into inner parts and save round rocks. Congratulations on your victory over Quickthinks. While you were busy dismantling his flying machine, I finished charting Alexander's interior. The chamber you reached is situated in the innermost part of the left sector, which means your next aim should be... Backrix does not trust Treasure Hunter. 3 years ago, she summoned Metal Giant. Backrix wonders if she still wishes to finish mission of dead comrades. I do not blame you for doubting me. Truth be told, my former mentors often stressed that were the unthinkable to happen, it would be my burden, as the youngest, to carry on their work. But building the Codex's perfect world was their dream, not mine. I only borrowed it. As long as I was with those I held dear, I could happily have devoted myself to any cause. Seeing their passion, their joy, that was what filled me with resolve. And it was that which drove me to collect the pieces of the Codex. All their talk of learning and reason, and justice and perfection meant little to me in itself. I sometimes wonder why I was able to read the Enigma Codex in the first place. Mayhap it was because my youthful mind was a blank slate, receptive to any ideal, if put convincingly enough. In the end, of course, it didn't matter. The primal took my friend's passion, their joy, and their idealism and ground them into dust. Though I survived, my commitment to the cause did not. Put simply, I had no need for a perfect world without them to share it. So believe me when I tell you I did not seek Alexander's return to realize the dreams of the dead. I only wished to see him again. Meaning your leader. The section of Alexander you have been exploring is called Midas, after a king from a legend of Eld. Midas entreated the gods for a finger that would turn all he touched into gold, and the gods duly obliged. But in his carelessness, he transformed the one he loved most in the world into a lifeless golden statue, and thus the thing he coveted became his undoing. So it was with me and mine. Had we but paused for a moment to consider the means and not simply the end, mayhap my friends would still be alive. But we did not, and they are gone. My one remaining wish is simple, to speak with the man I love once more. If I could do that, I would be satisfied. There, I've told you everything. Assuming no one else wishes to question my motives, I would speak of Roundrox's rescue, as was my original intent. Now listen well. Alexander is divided into 3 main sections, each powered by an independent core. You have already fought your way through to the innermost parts of Midas, the left arm. The core lies only a little way beyond, but you may be sure that the Illuminati will have deployed the bulk of their forces to defend it. Hold on a minute. Why would they choose to keep Roundrox there? The cores are just power sources. You are correct. The answer is they wouldn't. Roundrox is most likely being held within Alexander's upper body, but the Illuminati have locked the entrances from either arm, making it impossible to enter. Our only choice is to stop the core, and in doing so, stop Alexander. I see. Why, that's actually rather clever. The Illuminati need Roundrox to control the Primal, but if it can't move, they'd have no need for her. At the very least, they'll have no choice but to keep her safe until the Primal is in working order again. Activating those cores would have used up every crystal the Illuminati had. If we destroy the second one, I doubt they'll have enough to get them operational again. Do Uplanders truly think Metal Giant can be toppled? Alright, we are going to do one last of this, the 8th area, and that is where we are probably going to call it for the night. Because I don't have enough time to probably do all of the remaining, given that it took us 3 hours to complete 2/3. But we can definitely finish it next session, as well as starting Void Arc. Go with deep into Midas, and deactivate second core. But do not underestimate Illuminati. Day and night they bring supplies into Steel Fortress. Backwix suspects Illuminati are tinker-making new weapons. Burden of the Sun. Back to South Camp Tranquil. That was fun, wasn't it? Now, while I not want to repeat myself, it seems I should make an exception for the slower members of our band. You have the privilege of standing before the Archmage Shitoto, or rather, a memory of the same which has awakened after years of slumber to rescue your realm from from a fate most dire. Slower? Lady Shitoto, if that is truly who you are, I cannot deny your arcane prowess, and yet there is much about this matter that does not sit well with me. Pray explain yourself. What is this dire fate of which you speak? Oh dear, you really aren't very smart. Very well. Shall I begin? I shall begin from the very, beginning. Damn it, did I almost rhyme? Who does that anyway? Anyway, the tale begins some 2 millennia ago, when the great civilization of Mach was still in its infancy. Our scholars ascertained that a mighty comet, awash with unspeakable ethereal energy, was on course to strike our fair home and reduce it to much rubble. And so I thought to rectify the situation the only way I knew how, by blasting the foul rock out of the sky with the most powerful destructive magic our realm had ever seen. This, more than anything, was what spurred me to developing the art of black magic as it was known today. Needless to say, my plan was a remarkable success. A massive chunk of the comet was shattered, knocking it clear off its path and sending it spinning harmlessly off into the heavens. The story, however, does not end there. Fragments of the meteor hurtled to and embedded themselves in the earth. While small enough that their impact caused no significant damage, they remained beneath the surface brimming with etheric energies just waiting to be unearthed. Needless to say, these otherworldly stones drew the attention of mages far and wide who sought to claim their powers for their own. These are the stones which gave the golems their souls, by whose power many a city-state flourished. And yet these stones held yet further secrets. When 2 of them were brought together, they would call out to one another, aether reacting to aether, to augment their mutual powers to still greater heights. Mind you, the power of mere fragments, even in a heightened state, would be far too meager to be cause for concern. One threat, however, still lingered. What if the comet, the mother stone as it were to return its circuitous orbit, bringing it in shouting distance of our world once more? Would its remnants, its children, summon it hither in all its destructive glory? Preposterous! Did your vaunted black magic not knock the comet clear across the sky? Never mind. Inconceivable to fever minds mayhap, but not my own. In fact, I posit that the comet is drawing nearer every moment. Something. We'll finish that quest too when we're done with this. Burden of the Sun. I mean, it's possible that he could still finish this. I like, it's not impossible. Okay, yeah, now it's, not looking very likely. Damn. You know, 1 wipe out of 8 dungeons, I'll take it. Alright, kill the ads. Clearly, they, murder us if we don't. I probably should have just assumed that. Ow. Thank you, healer. Oh, joy. Ow. It's a fucking Megazord. Why me? Okay. Let's finish this. Sins of the Sun. I like how we all just stand there and look away, you know, fucking... What's the old fucking song? Cool guys don't look at explosions or something? Fuck. That's a fucking blast from the past. I don't know how the fuck that came into my head all of a sudden. That's a fucking screenshot and a half. That fucking group pose. Let's go. The Maiden Knot. The second core, I do believe. Once that's out of commission, Alexander won't be going anywhere. Dayan, would that I could see you just once more. Farewell, my love. You! Too frightened to face us alone, I see. Not that I blame you. We all know what she did to you last time. To usher in future that has been writ, even strongest Gavi must sometimes pretend to be weak and let enemies win. Oh, pretending, were you? And I suppose losing this core was all part of your plan. Don't make me laugh. You know as much about the future as we do. QuickThinks knows all. For example, QuickThinks knows one among Uplanders carries true fragments of Enigma Codex. Yeah, you just decided to keep that on, yeah? You didn't bother to, It seems the game is up, Biggs. No, there's no hiding the truth from QuickThinks. Very well, I admit it. I have the fragment, but I won't be handing it over to the likes of you. Oi, Wedge, didn't you hear him? He knows all. Which means he knows that what you're carrying is a worthless rock, while I've got the genuine article tucked away in me small clothes. Bye! QuickThinks already knows conclusions of Uplanders' childish games. He's coming for me. Yeah? What's he waiting for? Long ago, ours outcome decided. Uplanders think they are victorious, but luck is no friend to them today. What? And now, Enigma Codex belongs to Illuminati. All pieces fall into our hands. Oh, well, that's just great. It just happened to... It could have been avoided had we not carried it on us and maybe taken it far away. Far as I can make out, the thing's in good working order. No damage, no signs of tampering. I can only think it was an energy fluctuation that did it. Just bad luck. Bad luck? You're saying it was pure chance the platform stopped at that exact moment? Then what about quick things? There is no way he could have predicted something like that. The odds would be infinitesimal. Well, however he did it, the facts remain that he did. But that doesn't mean we have to stand for it. When someone takes something from you, you just have to take it back. I'm not exactly surprised. Holy shit. It's like a kind of a spitting image here. Other than clothes. Do Uplanders forget something? Matters are too urgent for such foolish doings. What? Tongue flaps of Uplander make backtricks almost laugh. Uplander claims to already have stopped the core and lost fragment to quick thinks. Yeah, look here, Uplander. Backrick says Braincase like steel trap, catching all heard things, all seen things, and he saw Uplanders leave but few moments ago. Backrick sensed something is amiss. Yeah, that's weird. Also, we're not quite ready for that yet. We're going to do that next session, but first we're going to go finish this quest really fast. And then we're going to call it for the evening. Yeah, something comet, something whatever. Come on. Fragments, calling out Big Aether, you know, all that good shit. You know how it is. If left unattended, the implications for this world would be calamitous indeed. Fortunately, you have an ally in the impending battle, a prodigy who foresaw the danger that was to come and sent her memory into the future where that she might return to save the day. Do you mean to say that you predicted that this threat would come over 2,000 years ago, mind you, and devised an incantation for the sole purpose of allowing you to return to us in our time of need? I do believe I've already said precisely that. Of course, I did not do it entirely on my own. The spell would have been lost to history if crazy old Chuchuruka hadn't dug it up when he did and recorded it for posterity. Dear little Lai and the Warrior of Light played their parts as well. Oh, how wonderful it is when one's followers, against their natural tendencies, perhaps manage not to make an utter mess of things. I must admit, your whole story still strikes me a bit far-fetched. I mistrust neither your motives nor your skill, Lady Shitoto, but as a hero charged with the protection of this wood, I cannot leave this matter to you alone. I will accompany you and offer what aid I can, but first let us return to Ul'dah. I would hear more of the plan you proposed before we take action. Must you? Very well. Just promise that you will not get in our way. Now, come along, my puppets. I have a realm to save, and you're going to help me. Okay, well, let's return and finish this quest. Any day now, game. If you want to load, that would be nice. Thank you. The hero assures me that there have been no golem uprisings elsewhere, and since he clearly is too thick to tell a convincing lie, I am inclined to believe him. This means we still have time to form a plan of attack. Ahem, I do pride myself on my honesty, and so I will be honest with you when I say this. Your art is, to put it kindly, not looked fondly upon in our day and age, and your story stretches the limits of believability. We cannot stave off this calamity alone, but any entreaties you might make are not like to find a receptive audience. I, on the other hand, have friends in positions of some prominence. I shall reach out to them and see what aid they are willing to offer. How charming! He actually thinks he might prove himself useful. In your spare time, might you not ask your astrologian friends if they have any recent calculations on the comet's path? I have no reason to doubt the accuracy of my own, but of course I was working off 2 millennia-old data. As you wish. Forgive me for being forward, but might I inquire as to the well-being of our mutual friend Lili? She is still in there somewhere, yes? Oh, she most certainly is. Worry not, the girl's consciousness is just enjoying a short respite. Which reminds me, I really am due for a nap myself. Be a dear and try not to let things go to the hells in my absence, will you? Shitoto, mother of the art that brought the great floods upon us. Has she truly returned to deliver us from doom? Yeah, probably. The progenitor of our esteemed art has chosen me as her vessel in hopes of saving our world from a falling star. I can scarce imagine a greater honor. Come, we must put our minds together and figure out how we might best do her bidding. Wait, Lili, if we take her words at face value, Shitoto only has the realm's best interest at heart. And yet I, for one, remain skeptical. Which is not to say that I doubt her intention, or yours for that matter. And yet we speak of the founder of the very art that gave rise to the War of the Magi and the 6th Umbral Calamity. Would it not be that even in seeking to save our realm, she is like as not to destroy it? Blasphemy! Why, Lady Shitoto had long since passed when the war broke out. Only a blind, blustering half-wit would even think to hold her responsible for... Though, when I put it that way. I understand this, and that is why I begrudge neither you nor her my aid, such as it will serve to protect the realm's peace. At the same time, I intend to keep a close watch on her. One can never be too weary, after all. In any event, I will gather what knowledge I can of the threat we face, and I would be most grateful if you could do the same. Might I suggest speaking with your beastmen allies, if the idea has not already occurred to you, that is. I swear that man's head isn't made of harder stone than any golem. Still, at least he's cooperating with us, which is progress of some sort. In any event, I will reach out to our beastmen friends. I encourage you to return to your studies in the meantime. If one thing is clear, it is that the task ahead will test us to our very limits. Quest complete. Woo. Alright, well, that's where I'm going to call it for the night. Thanks everybody so much for watching, if you still are. I will be back Friday with Pathfinder Gatewalkers, and Sunday, Seasons Ghosts. Hope to see you all there. If you enjoyed and want to catch more streams, the easiest way to do so is to hit the respective buttons on respective platforms to get notified for when I go live. Join the Discord for our weekly schedules. Blah 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 blah. And that's about all I have to. That's about all my spiel is going to be this week. I have no idea what my schedule for next week is going to look like, but we'll figure that out when I actually get it. Regardless, I hope everybody enjoyed and have a good night. Bye bye.